Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I have for you a rug drop preview. It's gonna be sad when this isn't my background. Okay, let's get straight into it. The first pieces that I have to show to you are, look at them in all of their stunning glory. I cooked at the perfect temperature. So this will be sold as a set. They will come together. And it's a couple of koi fish. One is mostly orange and white with the black outline. And then the other one is mostly orange and black with the same black outline. And then the background is this really pretty like minty color. I love these. Something big about all of the rugs that I have for this drop is that I have, besides the wrist rests are just wrist rests, but all of the sort of like floor rugs are also going to be wall hangings. So on the back, they will have these little hanging hooks. So the koi fish they both have two hooks. So they have one at the top and then there's one at the bottom. You'll also see that they have like a little flappy of the backing that covers the hook unless you want to use it, and that is so you can put them on the floor if you want to have them as a floor rug and they won't have like the hanging piece, you know, rubbing on your floor. And if you do want to hang them, then you can just hold the flappy down and hook it on the wall. But yeah, for both of the koi, I did two hanging bits. I will say that these koi fish, I did not, how do I say this? The hooks are not attached in the same sort of like, do you know what I mean? So you are still able to hang them and they'll look like this, perfect in my opinion anyway. You might just have to like kind of hook them individually, like per little hanging hook. Kind of like line up your pin or your nail. I would suggest nails for sure. So yeah, if you line up your nail like right where the hook is and then you put it in and then you do the next little hook like the bottom one and then you line up where that needs to go and then you put it in and then it'll hang fine. But yeah, the hooks on these two are not the exact same, but they do, if you do them like individually, they do hang perfectly. But yeah, you can hang them on the wall or you can put them on the floor. Somebody did suggest putting them on like opposite sides of like a circle table. I have not been able to get that out of my head since I read it. The next piece I have to show you is this like kind of color fading, color gradient, like rainbowy sky piece. So there's clouds and sparkles and it kind of fades from a pink to a purple to a blue, a light blue. There's like a little bit of green in there, yellow, and then orange. So I have made this piece also a wall hanging. So it will have a little hanging hook on the back. I will say about this one, this is the first like round of rugs, like a rug release, where I'm having these like hanging hooks on the back. So there are some things that I'm kind of like needing to work out. So for this one, the hook is a bit low. So when you hang it, the top part has a little bit of like a flop forward, if that makes sense. So I feel like you can either still hook it here, and then if there is like a little bit of a flop, you could put, since there's like a bunch of yarn here, you could put like a tiny little nail through it and then the yarn will hide it. That does kind of like negate the purpose of this. So if you don't end up using this, I would get it. I'm also wondering if you could put some kind of like sticky on the back. So if you hung it from here on the little hook and then did like a little dot of like sticky and then kind of like pressed it to the wall, that it would stay. Or of course, you could just have it on the floor. But yeah, this is what it looks like hanging on the wall. Crazy, right? And this is what it looks like on the floor. And now for the presentation of my last rug, which is arguably one of my favorite pieces I've ever made. It is the water lily, the lily pad, the water lily. This piece, oh my god, she's stunning, she's beautiful. We've got this nice carved out like water effect. Ooh la la, lily pads and water lilies. This one's a bigger piece, therefore it is it's a bit heavier. So I do also have two hooks on this one. So we have one here and then we have one here. I feel like the hooks on this, the placement of the hooks on this one are fine. They do seem like kind of low, so I don't know if it would get a little bit of a forward flop over time. But again, the same solutions as the little rainbow piece. You could either put like a little nail through or like a little sticky on the back. Again, I will be obviously evolving and getting better all the time with each drop. So this is what it looks like hanging. Wow, stunning. And this is what it looks like on the floor. Magnificent. Just a stunning piece of work. All right, now on to all of my wrist rests. So I have 5 here. First up is jellyfish. Wow, stunning. Just a moment of silence for jellyfish. And if you're from Stream Chat, no. No, it's just a jellyfish. So this is what it looks like all close up and stuff. The purple tentacles and then the little dots are done with like a sparkly yarn. To be honest, you can't really see the sparkly yarn unless you're like at an angle, but it is there. It's kind of got like SpongeBob jellyfish vibes, I feel like. This is what it looks like in action. Next up, we have green snake. Wow, it is so dark. Very dark green snake. Black background, black eyeballs, and then a yellow like dot, and then sparkles. A slithery snake. This is what it looks like in action. Next up is this. So this is kind of like a little mini version of the lily pads and water rug, like the bigger piece I have. So this is little lily pads and water for a wrist rest, all carved out, super satisfying. Wowie, green lily pads. This is what it looks like in action. Next up, one of my favorites. I'll never stop doing this, by the way. The like sunsetty, sunrise, color fade, clouds in the sky pieces, never gonna stop doing it. So this one is a yellow fade to like a peachy and an orange and then a pink. It's stunning. It is so beautiful. And then you got some white puffy clouds. And this is what this one looks like in action. Last one is another little mini version. So I did a little koi fish for a wrist rest. Cutie. Instead of doing that big black outline, I've just kind of like left it and then carved into the little fins to give the lines and stuff. And it's got that minty background. And this is what this one looks like in action. Okay, so that is everything that I have for this drop. The drop is going to be this coming Sunday, April 6th at 3 p.m. Eastern. My website is Artsymadwoman.biz, but I will also link it in this video. And then I'll be posting it, you know, when the drop goes live. Oh, something I do want to update that I think I will be changing. In the past, I don't even know if I have any more. In the past, I have usually done like a stamped paper that I stamp myself. Don't get me wrong, I love it. I think it's really cute. The only thing with it is that it takes me ages. So I think what I'm going to do is just kind of wrap it in plain, in the basically the same like brown paper. I'm just not going to be stamping it. I know. Someday it would be cool to like get my own paper made, but today is not that day. I will still be having my like hand stamped cards that I write like little thank you notes on and stuff. I will still definitely be doing those. Just not the paper that goes around the rug. Because to be honest, I also haven't really like tacked that on in like the shipping prices. So just, I'm going to test it out. I'm going to see how I feel about it this round. Also, while we're talking about shipping, I ship things using Pirate Ship. So I do try to get like the best prices for you. I do also ship outside of the US, but it's not absolutely everywhere. So let me know if you are considering getting something and you're outside of the US. Let me know where you are from and I can see about adding that country. And lastly, what I always say in these videos is that as far as like using them as floor rugs, they are just kind of, they're not meant to like, you know, wipe your boots on. They're supposed to be sort of like a decorative thing. Obviously, yes, you can definitely walk on them. They are floor rugs after all. So you can definitely walk on them. I just wouldn't recommend like having it as a sort of doormat or anything like that for like shoes and stuff. I mean, unless that's what you want to do with it. Also, I do back all of these pieces, including the wrist rests, with a latex backing glue. If you're allergic to latex, maybe hold off. I have gotten some comments about not using a latex glue for people that are allergic to latex. I am looking into things and like trying to find different glues and stuff. But I do just want to let you know that this round of rugs is still backed with the latex glue. It is dry and then also backed with like a backing. So, but I don't know. You know, I'm not sure. So I just want to let you know that. I think that's it. Thank y'all so much for watching this video. I really hope that you like these rugs and stuff. If you're thinking of getting one, let me know. I'm nervous every time, equally as nervous as I ever was. So yeah, on my website, Artsymadwoman.biz, at 3 p.m. Eastern on this Sunday, April 6th. If you know you're interested or something. If you need to reach out to me for any kind of issues with the drop, or like if you get something and you have an issue or whatever, you can reach out to this email. It is artsymadwoman.biz, that is biz @gmail.com. Anyways, I love y'all to absolute death, and I'll see you guys on Sunday. Goodbye.